Hi, welcome to another episode of Paige Doodle Club. Today I'm going to teach you how to draw a cartoon pirate. So this is going to be a little boy that thinks he's a pirate and doesn't realize that no, he's actually just a little kid. Follow along and we'll do step by step. Hopefully you enjoy what you make. If you like the way it turned out, feel free to share it on Facebook. You can tag me in it. I'm Mike Paige, Paige. I'd love to see how yours comes out, so please share it when you're done. To make this pirate, I'm going to start with some angry eyebrows, and to do that, I'm going to give just kind of a quick squiggle like that, and I'm going to make my pirate looking this way. So now that I've made that squiggle, I've decided that his eyeballs are going to be way over towards the side like that. And those are basically just ovals or the number 0, whatever works for you. And then I'm going to fill those eyes in, but leave a small circle at the top for a reflection. Like that. Then I'm going to give him a nose that's kind of right up near his eyes. And that's basically a letter C that's been flipped on its side. Then I'm going to give him kind of an angry, determined mouth like that. And I might make mine with his tongue sticking out. So to do that, I'm going to make sort of a rainbow shape like that. Then from here, I'm going to make a quick curved line for the front of his face. And then from there, I'm going to continue from his nose down towards his mouth. And I think I'm going to give him an overbite. So I'm going to connect the mouth to that. And then I'm going to come in a little bit from the first curve before I make that's going to be his complete lack of a chin straight into his neck. And then I'm going to give him an ear, which will basically just be a letter C, and I'm going to put it way back here and kind of slanted down. And next I'm going to make a curving line that will start sort of inside of his ear and come down towards his neck. So I'm going to go like that. And then going to give him a bandana under his hat. So I think I'm going to start with the hat, but I'm going to have it come up here. So right now what I have essentially is a little bald kid. And inside of that, I'm going to put a line coming across for his bandana, like that. And then his bandana is tied behind his head, so I'm going to give him another little letter C for the knot. And then 2 little pointy flower petal type shapes coming out for the rest of the bandana. And then I'm just going to connect this here because that doesn't quite connect and I want it to. And then for his hat, I'm going to start about here. And I'm going to have it come out and then up. And then at the back, I'm going to have it coming right about here. Have it come out and over. And then since he's facing this way, right about the middle, sort of over his nose, I'm going to put a letter U a little bit above his bandana. And that's going to be the middle of the hat. And then I'm going to connect this line over here. And then on this side, it's going to kind of swoop as it comes across. So don't just make a straight line. We're going to do a little roller coaster here. Bring it over to that. Then to make it look so like the hat is not just smushed into the bandana, we're going to make lines like this to show that his hat is 3-dimensional. And then to make it look a little more 3-dimensional, I'm going to put a couple more lines like that. I'm just going to kind of kick the pen out, trying to stay parallel to the first curves. And then I'm going to give him a body. I'm going to give him a curving arm like that. And then another line that's just going to follow parallel. And then I'm going to give him some broccoli hands. So to do that, you just a couple quick curves right together to form the fingers. And then I'm going to give him his chest and a little bit of a belly. And we'll give him the line where his pants are starting. And I'm going to have my kid not wearing his shirt because he insists that he's a pirate. So I'm going to give him a belly button there. If you're a kid drawing this, you're probably laughing right now because belly buttons are funny. I also forgot to give him the top of his hat, so I'm just going to add that in. And then I'm going to give him some sweatpants. And I want the sweatpants to be baggy so they look like pirate pants. So I made the back side of one leg, the front side of that same leg, and then same thing over here. We're just going to make a line down for that leg. And I'm going to have him wearing rain boots. So I'm going to put a rainbow shape here with another rainbow shape just inside of it. And then I'm going to close the inside rainbow like that. And then I'll make lines going across for the top of his boot. And he's going to need a line going across the other boot as well. And if you want to make those rain boot handles on this side, just make them so they're on the outside of the sweatpants. And then for the boot itself, I'm going to make a straight line down, followed by sort of a backwards letter C. Actually, as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing the number 5 here. So if you're a kid following along, from this boot, pretend you're making a number 5 with a long top here and a sort of a smushed letter, number 5. And that's a good start to your boot. Then at the back here, I'm going to come down like this and come across. So now we've got the number 5 over here and we have an L here. And then I'm going to make a tiny heel on the boot and then bring it over and connect to that number 5. And then for the other boot, we're just going to do basically the same thing. Here it is, line down, the curve there. So there's his other boot. These boots are way too big for him. They're probably his dad's. And then he still needs his other arm, so I'm going to give him an arm sticking out. That's just 2 parallel lines. And then I'm going to give him 3 ovals right together that are going to make his fingers. That's 3 little ovals. And we'll make him holding a wooden sword. So I'm going to put a rectangle across the top of his fingers. And the end of a rectangle sticking out the back of his fingers. And then for the sword shape, I'm just going to go out and out again. Try to keep it so that it's behind his face as much as you can. And then we're just going to put a triangle across the top like that, or 2 sides of a triangle, I should say. And then one real quick line down the middle. Hopefully yours stayed more down the middle than mine. I'm drawing at kind of a funny angle. And then we need to put him in a space. So just kick your pencil, pen, marker, whatever you're using out from either side of his body to put him someplace. And then you can decide, what is he waving his sword at? Is he bullying his little sister because he wants something? Is he demanding some ice cream after dinner from his mom? He could be doing anything. And I will leave the rest of the picture up to you so that you can make your own creative scene for him to be in. If you'd like to add a shadow for him, we can add a little scribble shadow sticking out from his boots so that he's more in a place. All right, so here is our pirate. Hopefully you were following along step by step. And I hope you enjoyed making a pirate with me, and hopefully yours came out exactly how you wanted it to. If you'd like to share yours on Facebook, you can tag me in it. My name is Mike Paige, Paige. If you'd like to share it on Instagram, please tag me on Instagram at Mike Page Studios. And thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
All right, kids, now that you've finished your doodles, color them in and then share them with both Mike Page and Medfield TV. We're going to take those images and we're going to put them all over our station. Can't wait to see what you guys make.